Hello, everybody. Excuse me. Welcome into Friday, October 10th. May 10th. I don't know why I say October. Let me turn my volume down. It's verified we have audio. Ken Stout Live with the Z00M Homies. The Z00M Homies with Ken Stout Live. The camera's over there now. I forgot I moved it. I keep looking over there. We have with us in the Z00M Homies Rich, William, Sam, Chris, Darren Gilholm. Welcome back, Darren, and Greg Guy. Hello, Darren. Hello, Greg. Hello, Chris. Hello, Sam. Hello, Bill. And hello, Princess.
Hello.
And hello,
Howdy,
Rich.
y'all.
Gonna make one more quick adjustment right here. And we'll see how this goes. Tony Wallow was first in chat this evening, followed by Sam, OneFish26, followed by Darren. And I can't seem to go back far enough to get Sam's. That's interesting. Well, at least it's working. Rick Lakes was third. Rick Lakes starts us off with a $5 super chat. Camera's over there. I got to put an arrow. Make sure I remember where the camera's at. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. John Williams. Looks like the email is all there. Well, it's kind of chopped at the top, but I'm not going to mess with it. If you can make it out that it's cased out Z00M at Gmail. But yes, it is basically all there tonight. I didn't even look at it until just now when you mentioned that. I kind of adjusted some things earlier, but I thought the email was taken care of. But apparently I was wrong because the email looks to be a little bit high to me. And somebody's got their audio running. That's going to go down too far, I think. Yeah, I'll put it right there. That looks pretty good. I actually thought that might be a little too low, but I'll leave that right there. Thank you, John. Good to see John. John Aloy Sr.'s in the house tonight. He is in the chat room. Says, good evening to everyone and happy Friday. Hello, John. Rick Lakes, Tim Out of This World Shorts.
I got it today.
I seen that. Let me spotlight you. Hang on. I seen your comment that said you got it. 500 gigabyte?
Yeah.
So he's got a channel just for shorts.
You would have to ask him. I can't speak for the man, but it would if you were to interpolate the name, and if you looked at the name, yes, he would have a channel for shorts, and shorts are the way to go. Believe it or not, right now, I gain subscribers when I put up silly little shorts. I lose subscribers when I don't put up silly little shorts. This is going to be nice for English. Let me see.
Well, I hadn't started it, so I hadn't really had no unsubscribers. So if I start it and just stop, I bet I'll lose people.
Well, yeah, that's the problem because I've lost a couple from my all-time high already. Nathan the Man 2009 is here again this evening. Hello, Nathan. Good to see you again. I got a question for you, Nathan. I wanted to ask you last night, but I think you disappeared long before I had a chance to ask. And did I see K Cordis Technology? Haven't seen K Cordis Technology in a while. Hello, welcome back. Good to see you again as well. Back to my question for Nathan. I was wondering how you stumbled across this. I was wondering how you came across Ken Stout Live and started watching last night and came back tonight. If you don't mind answering. Rick Lake says hi to K Cordis. Looks like Ken is going live in 41 minutes. Am I going live in 41 minutes or am I currently live?
I had the same thing. It said 8 minutes. I had to refresh.
Okay. Because on my monitoring tab I've got open, as soon as I went live, it popped up and went live. It just popped up in my recommendations. All right. Cool. That is neat. And like most of us on YouTube, something pops up in your recommendations. You go, I checked out one today. she calls herself a small-time YouTuber. She's got about 1,850 subscribers, and she is monetized, and she was showing and sharing her money that she makes per video. And I didn't quite follow how she did that, so I'm going to go back and watch it. I think there was a lot of editing done to where she did it, stopped the video, brought up what she was doing, and then was discussing what she was talking about. Because I tried to do that earlier. My whole night was messed up. I tweaked my back a little bit today playing golf. Mrs. K wanted to go to Walmart, so we had to do that. And when I got back, my back was just killing me. So I took 2 Advil and I laid down. I told Mrs. K, wake me up at 8 o'clock. Wanted to see the basketball game. 8:50, I finally wake up and got to see the rest of the basketball game. The Indiana Pacers did win, so that was a good thing. But I didn't get to see it from the beginning. Rick, I'm live. If you're with me, if you're watching, I am currently live. One Fish says hello to Nate. And Nate says, okay. Says he's being specific. Oh, the watch the caps. Okay, yeah. The caps indicate by the virtual world that you're yelling. There's a couple of exceptions we do allow here on our channel as well as a couple other channels. When Josh Ghetto Kinder is on and in the chat, caps are okay because Josh has a hard time reading and it just makes it easier for him to read. Now, even though we've had things put on his computer that we've added with a couple of the homies after the stream is ended so that it reads his chat, he still would like you to put them in capital letters, and most of us try to accommodate him with that. But I haven't seen him in a chat room in quite some time. He may be streaming again tonight, which I really hope that he is. I haven't even looked. The game ended. I went and took my medication. I came in here and got the show started. Look who's joined us again this evening. Coming directly to you from the southwest northeast corner of the mansion, it is none other than Mrs. K. Now, I could yell in there and say, "Hey, Mrs. K, thanks for joining." And she laughs. I need to put a microphone in there when she laughs. She's joining live from the couch. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. Can't join us from the camera, but she can join us from the couch. That's kind of funny. Anyway, John Williams says it's good to see you. Nathan the Man 2009 says hello and to Mrs. K. And yes, it is kind of funny. We live in a very big mansion here that we have to communicate via text, and every now and then we'll send the butler and the maid off on a run just to make sure the message got through. And if you believe that, I've got some land I'd like to sell you in Arizona, or a bridge, or whatever that saying goes. Anyway, Walmart was fun. I was on 2 different of the riding carts today. My back bothered me so bad. The first one died. And I got it to, no pun intended, but I hobbled it back to an employee and I said, this thing's dead and, you know, I don't think it's going to make it back there. And he very, very professionally said, would you like me to go get you another one? I'm like, well, sure. And he did. And he got me one that lasted the entire rest of the time we were shopping. We filled up the basket we got the basket on the cart that I was driving filled up, and we filled up a shopping cart that Mrs. K was pushing. Shouldn't have to go back to Walmart until at least Monday.
Do the ones at your Walmart tell you the percentage of the battery?
Well, that's just it, Chris. The one I got on showed a full battery. We went to the garden center, and we were about halfway back to the food section when it died.
Oh, the battery shot then.
Battery just did. And I could, excuse me, my nose is bothering me. I could tell it was going to die because it was slowing down and the little red indicator was rapidly dropping. And it just died. So I turned it off. Do what?
Yeah, it's probably a bad battery.
Well, more than likely, because when I turned it off and waited and turned it back on, I was able to hobble over to the employee And the one he got me now, it showed full charge and it never budged. The only thing about it was it had a very funny sound to it. It was like a tick, 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 tick type of sound. And that was concerning. And I thought maybe something was dragging on the ground, but it wasn't. It finished the journey. And, doggone it, I picked up allergies today or something. For the first time ever in Walmart, I had 2 people offer to help me. I was trying to get some sugar-free coffee creamer out of the freezer, which is hard to do when you're sitting on that machine and open the door and keep the door open. And this lady come up and asked me did I need help? And I was like, oh, sure, thanks. And then she wanted sugar-free Sprite. If you knew last night, she said she wanted Sprite for some reason. I think you guys knew that. Anyway, I found sugar-free Sprite, and this was an interesting situation. The sugar-free Sprite was right behind one of the beams that hold up the ceiling. There was no way I was going to get it. And a lady, a young mother, as a matter of fact, said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Sure," and she did. And then as we were leaving, there was a young mom and her daughter in front of me, and the mom took the stuff out of the cart and she said, "Go put that back over where it goes." Well, the girl pushed it, and it went and hit her mom, which was absolutely hilariously funny. One of those, it's funny, but it's not funny type thing. And I laughed, and that lady turned around and gave me the most glaringest go-to-hell look you could ever get from someone. And I said, I know it's not funny, but it struck me as funny. And, you know, I've been there, I've done it. And I have with my kids. So, Alex Cheek joins us tonight at 11 minutes late. So,
Don't fall in.
Mrs. K says, hello, JW, a.k.a. John Williams, Tony, Nate the Man, a.k.a. One Fish. No, Nate the Man, 2009 is person 1, and a.k.a. One Fish 26 is Sam from New York. They are not the same people. One Fish says hello, Tony says good evening, and Alex, you are 11 minutes late. Do the math and tell me how long do I put you in the waiting room.
It sounds like you're just now starting.
No. Wrong answer.
What was that? You cut out. Your sound bar must be going bad again.
I said, sounds like you're just now starting.
I started based on what?
Based on what you were saying when I joined, it sounded like you were just now starting.
Well, that'd be like when you come in, I say it sounds like you're just now getting here. Actually, you are 12 minutes late, 14 if you go by the time I started at 9:58. But 12 minutes for you is on time, so yes, we put him in the waiting room. That's tradition around here. Alex is late. Waiting room. The waiting room, by the way, I've remodeled. What'd you think of the pictures of Tammy in the waiting room?
There's no pictures of Tammy in the waiting room. It's just the Zoom logo.
Really? I put pictures of Tammy in there. Are you telling me that okay. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right. I guess I'm going to have to get on my decorators and find out what's going on with that. Yeah, there's no determinate time on how long he stays in there. We used to do it quite a bit, but then that joke kind of got beat to the ground, so I've backed off of it a little bit. Anyway, Rick Lakes, hello, Rick. Hopefully Rick is late due to the fact that he forgot to refresh his screen and he thought I was going live in 41 minutes.
So
that can happen.
For the waiting room is Tammy singing "I Will Always Love You." So I will always love you.
Does she substitute Alex Cheek's name in there anywhere in the song, Chris?
Yep.
Using AI?
Yep.
Mrs. K says hello to Mr. Vegas, Jeff R, Rick L, the legend from Minnesota. Minneapolis. Well, Mrs. K, you've got that backwards. It's Minneapolis, Minnesota. But at least you got the city and the state in the sentence this time. And our good friend, Greggy. Her words, Greg, not mine.
Yay!
Those virtual things that Doug does, those have actually been around quite a while.
The virtual things that Doug does. Are you talking about the...
Those virtual people, like those AI people, whatever.
Oh yeah, I've done them. I've used them.
I'm talking about they've been around several years because they used to be something you could put on a website.
Hey Jen, you can go to heygen.com and create your own.
Yeah, but it's something that's been around probably 10 years. I mean,
Oh, I have no idea. I know that technology's been around for a while, but you know,
I forgot what it's called, but there was something that you could put on your website. It was a virtual something.
no idea. Speaking of things, Chris, how's your weather tonight?
It's fine.
That's good to hear. Photo Mix Media in the chat room. Been a while since he's been in the chat room. And the professor, bow to the prof. Oh, brother.
Her
Words, not mine. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got good and bad news. Today. The Affordable Connectivity program the government has been given to people is about to end because Congress has not signed or whatever to give it more funding. Bad news of that ending, it means when it ends, I'll no longer have unlimited everything. The good news is the amount of data you get is dependent on what state you live in. And Arkansas allows people that are on the government-assisted phone service to have 8 gigs of data per month if the affordable connectivity thing's not going on. So I'll go from having unlimited to 8 gigs, which is still just fine for me because I barely use any cell phone data at all.
Yeah, we've known for quite some time that was going to be going away, though, right? I mean, this isn't like it's just snuck up all of a sudden.
I've known that for quite some time. I just wasn't sure how much the data allotment would be when it went away, because it's been unlimited for quite a while now. So,
well, Congress had a chance to stick in some more money, and I don't think they stuck in very much, if any.
But anyway, and it's not all bad. If they've always had my SafeLink, my phone provider, my phone company, they have always had unlimited pay for plans that are more discounted than just a normal phone plan. So if I needed to get more data, if I was going somewhere and I wasn't sure about the Wi-Fi situation where I was going, I'd be able to get an extra 40 gigs of data for $40. Now that would not roll over. So it would literally be just for 1 month from the date of purchase. So I would only get that if I knew I was going somewhere on vacation for a week and didn't know about the internet situation.
Does your camp have internet?
No, but it wouldn't do me any good there anyway because their phone service is next to non-existent. I shouldn't say that they don't have internet. They do have internet, but it's only in the big building where they have like presentations and we eat and everything.
Okay. So it wouldn't be smart of you to get that just for your week you're going to
No.
be gone then.
No. As a matter of fact, when I go to camp this summer, and when I went to camp in the past, it's the only time I'm off the internet almost completely with for a whole week.
Oh my gosh, how do you survive an entire week without Tammy?
I say almost because now that I'm older,
Right over his head.
I know, but I say almost because now that I'm older, I still have my phone. But no matter where you are, over there, it's only like one or two bars, so there wouldn't be any live streams or anything like that happening.
So are you asking me not to live stream the entire week you're on your camping excursion?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it would not be possible for me to do it.
So here's a quiz for Alex and Alex only. How many premieres have I done this week? Don't go look it up. Do not go to YouTube. Go to my channel and look it up. That's called cheating.
Here, I'll say 5.
Second question. Have you watched any of my 2 premieres I've done this week?
No.
That's why you said 5, because if you'd have watched, you'd have known I've done 2. Do you know what the premieres are on? There was 2 of them. Stop Googling it and looking it up.
I'm not Googling it. I'm thinking
You know we can see the reflection in your glasses, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not Googling it. I'm looking at the Zoom. DaVinci Resolve.
That was a lucky guess.
You got to give him a little break. I'm looking it up and sending it to him by text.
I would never thought about that. That is one way to do it.
I did see your shorts about the gardening, so I thought you may have done it on gardening.
No, I'm not going to do an entire premiere on gardening. Although I do have 2 foxglove flowers to put in the ground tomorrow for Mrs. K. Supposedly they are perennials, which means they will come back, and I'm hoping that they do.
Isn't foxglove poisonous?
I don't know. It's a pretty flower. Well, you mean to dogs and animals and cats and...
Well, I'm not sure to what.
Oh, I have no idea.
Poison out of foxglove.
I may miss, when I'm at camp, I may miss getting on the Zoom or watching your stream or whatever, but there's one thing I can guarantee I will not miss while I'm at camp. Can you guess what that is?
Can I get a hint? Because I have no clue.
It starts with a D.
Doug?
Doug?
No.
Daily Da Vinci?
No.
Okay, I'm totally confused and lost, but what is it?
My 3 doorbells.
Oh, your dogs.
My dog's barking every 2 seconds. They hear noise.
What if someone brings a service dog to the camp and it barks?
I'd be okay with that. But you may find this strange, but every time I personally have been there, there's never been anybody in my cabin with the service dog.
What kind of ice cream are we eating tonight, Greg?
Yeah. Hey, Ken?
He shows us the nutritional facts.
I just looked up the foxglove. All parts of the plant are poisonous to humans and animals.
Yeah, I just Googled that, and I may have to figure out where to put those so where you can enjoy their beauty, and then I'll mow them down the next day or something. I don't know.
Build a
Long Dog
yard?
says, but Ken, as the population starts to get hungry, they're going to go foraging food. Yeah, you know, Long Dog is saying that kind of in humorous jest. I have always wondered at what point in time was 2 people or 3 people together and somebody said, "Hey, Alex, go over here and take a bite of that and see what it does to you." And thus is the beginning of the food we currently eat today. Or they seen an animal out there, so they shot it out of necessity and ate it. I mean, that has always been a curiosity of mine. Always. Oh, ice cream. I got some ice cream, very low sugar, 4 grams. Yeah, I haven't bought ice cream in a while. Haven't had ice cream in a while. I can't find any sugar-free ice cream. I was surprised we found sugar-free Sprite tonight. I didn't think they made such an animal.
Oh yeah,
They do.
I've seen it.
Yeah, we don't have any Mikeys in the chat room, though. We need to get a Mikey in here.
It's Sprite.
That way-
Zero.
He'll try anything. Or so they say.
It should be Sprite Zero. It should be called Sprite Zero.
I think it was called Zero Sugar Sprite, I believe
Yeah.
is what it was. And I haven't had any of it yet. She says it's pretty good. I have not. Somebody asked me a question a while ago in chat about soda. Who was that? Said something. I drink diet-free
Well-
sodas because I'm diabetic.
Well, I think they still have. I think they still make Diet Coke. The ones with
They
the
do.
silver, the ones with the silver logo, or ones with the silver label. But there's also Coke Zero.
Yep, and there's Pepsi Zero and sugar-free Pepsi, and there's all kinds of sugar-free or Buyers Carb Smart, and it's on sale. I'll check it out next time we go to Kroger.
I once tried a Dr. Pepper Zero because my dad didn't like it, and he mistakenly picked it up at the store.
It's all right.
And I tried it and immediately didn't like it at all.
Dr. Pepper, the cherry flavored Dr. Pepper Zero is really pretty good. We're trying to tone that down or gear it down a little bit and drink more water and sweet tea. And she made a very good batch of lemonade the other day with the fake lemon juice you can buy and what look like lemons and stevia. Now, I know no one here's a big fan of stevia because you guys still get to eat sugar and whatnot. Long Dog says he thinks Dr. Pepper was invented to flush out your intestines. Might be.
Believe it or not, out of all the drinks I purchased at Walmart for my class reunion, the one that got drank the most was a gallon of Milo's sweet tea.
Never heard of Milo's.
Yeah,
It's a big southern brand.
Oh, okay. Could be why I've never heard of it.
I bought those several times, but
Do they have
last
it
time
unsweetened
was
as well?
good.
Does it come unsweetened as well, Chris?
Yeah,
Walmart? You buy it at Walmart?
Walmart, Kroger, anywhere.
I'll try it. I'll check it out Monday when we go to Walmart. So,
Last time I bought one, it wasn't good, but I don't know.
They also have it, I saw today at Walmart, in the little coolers up by the checkout. They also have it in 20-ounce bottles.
I was
Your
thinking
tea?
it might have been left out or something. There's no telling what they do with that stuff sometimes.
yeah, I noticed today that the Walmart that's south of us, we had to go south for some reason this afternoon after golfing, and it's just about got the makeover done, and they've got it down to only three cashier lanes that have actual cashiers standing there. I look for those to go away. When I need to go lightly, just stop at McDonald's.
Today
Oh, that's
I
a
went
good
into-
one, John.
Today
I like
I
that.
went into Today I went into Walmart to get my mom some flowers for Mother's Day, and I've known this for a while, but Walmart has stopped carrying handheld baskets. Well, I figured out a way to get around that, like I was on Ken earlier. I just went to the laundry basket section, got a laundry basket. Now, granted, it's all the way at the other side of the store from the grocery section where I wanted to go and where the flowers are, but I just went to got a laundry basket to put my stuff in. And then when I got done, I checked everything in the basket out and left the basket there.
They'll catch on to that sooner or later.
What are they gonna do? Stop selling laundry baskets?
No, they may charge you for it, and then you just go straight from your line over to the returns department and return it. I don't
They
know.
might accuse you of stealing.
Well, I see what he's doing. He puts
How
the
can they
stuff
do
in
that
there
if
and he
I
takes
leave
it
it
out and
back
say, I don't want this. So he's not
How
really
can they do that?
stealing.
How can they do that if I leave it there right by the checkout machine?
Well, I'm talking about before you get in the front end, they might see you putting stuff in that basket. They might get suspicious
Look, dog.
and try
Alex, you get a laundry
Oh, excuse
basket
me.
and attach it to the front of your chair before you go in.
We're going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. We're right at 10:30. I want to thank everyone for being with us on the chat. There's good to see some old names resurface and some new names come back. I want to thank Rick Lakes for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Rick. That'll put me right around $60 for the month on chat. That's really good considering we're only 10 days into the month. That's pretty good. I also want to thank Tony Wallow, One Fish, Darren Gilholm. Welcome back from vacation. I'm sorry your last 3 days got rained out. Tim Out of This World Shorts, John Williams, Cordis K Cordis. I'm going to change his name now. K Cordis Technology, Nathan the Man 2009. Good to see him come back. Hopefully he'll come back again. One Fish 26. John Loy Sr. Wintermute was there. Snuck in on me somehow. And I gets pitted in Walmart. Oh, I wish I'd have seen that earlier. I would have highlighted it. I did not see that until just now. So I also want to thank the Z00M Homies. I think I got everybody in chat. Oh, Mrs. K was there as well. Jeff Ryman joined us in chat. Long Dog joined us in chat. And I think that is it. I want to thank the homies, Rich, William, Jeff, Darren, Chris, Sam, Chris. I said Chris, didn't I? Did I say Chris? Anyway, if I said Chris, Chris and Max and Princess and Bill. Mikey, thank you, Mikey, for being here, even though you were 11 minutes late. And lastly but not leastly, Greg. Or as the Asians... Oh! Real quick before I go. Everyone knows I make a joke about hands together and say mabuhay. Everybody knows that, right? So we go to Walmart today, and one of Mrs. K's friends is a cashier there. We don't go to her. We go to the one next to her. So me being the quick-thinking person I am on my toes, sitting on my little cart thing, I turned to her and I go, mabuhay! And I yelled it so loud, 30 people jumped in the building. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Do what?
I said, and if I had been there, I probably would have definitely been one of those.
Yeah, you would have, because I said it loud enough to scare people. But anyway, I should be here for Doug's. I think tentatively we're playing golf at 10 in the morning, and I'll be done well before 2 o'clock, and I'll be able to make it back. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Thank you for being here, and if you want to join us on the Zoom, Z00M Shoot me an email. We'll get you the credentials and get you up on the Zoom panel, and we will go from there. Looking for the Doug button now.